Welcome everyone to the Emerging Entrepreneur Success Secrets. We have all been together the day learning about the power of decide and declare to move forward faster. And now I'm actually going to get a little bit deeper into how that fits into the more success secrets as you are creating your entrepreneur journey and stepping into what's next. So let's go into it. This is all about how to launch and grow a business and a life you love when you don't know where to start, how to build, or how to make it all happen when you have the rest of your life to manage. So let's see what we can do to make it all work. All right, so during this masterclass workshop, we're going to focus on 3 different secrets. The first one is how to get started with your business without sacrifice, so you can go after what you want. Our second secret is before funding or resources, this is what you actually need to materialize and manifest the business and the income that you want. And then our third secret is how to access or leverage community to start getting clients fast so you can start having the income that you want as well. All right, so let's take a look. And let me ask you this. Does this sound like you? Do you dream of being able to launch your business, but you're struggling with what to do first? Have you already launched your business side hustle or your passion project that pays, but you just want to have more momentum? Do you want to have more confidence and trust yourself more? Are you tired of feeling trapped, confused, or stuck while you see other people around you succeed? And do you have a dream, but you keep getting stuck on the concerns about money, time, or other people's judgments or opinions? So if this sounds like you are definitely in the right place because this sounds very familiar to me in terms of my own journey. All right, so yes, let's tap into all of it and take a look first at what the real problem is, because there are as emerging entrepreneurs, we're looking at so many things and we're pulling from so many things. And, there's so many strategies and advice that are out there that it is hard to know, one, what to do first, what to focus on, and who to trust, So we often think that we need to have everything figured out before we can actually take those first steps. But first, let me just tell you a little bit more about me and why you should listen to me. Well, first of all, we've gotten to know each other a little bit through the Emerging Entrepreneur Show. I'm the host of that series. I'm also a luxury wine consultant and a lifestyle consultant. Because as I say, when you are really pursuing your passion, fulfilling on your purpose, you get to feel more alive in your life. I'm also a best-selling author with Women Who Boss Up Post-Pandemic book. And so I get to share with you exactly where I have been and where I am now. Because I think I know how you feel, and that, I wanted to create my own business. I wanted to have an income that could really support myself, the things I want to do in my life, also my family, right? But I really had a hard time staying consistent and knowing what to do next. I was trying all the things. And I guess that's okay. It's part of the process, right? I tried a lot of things, where to play, post on social media, how many lives to do, having an accountability buddy, reading lots of books and free blogs and all those kind of things, which are great. I came away with a lot of resources and information and advice, but I still felt that I was kind of going in these circles, and it wasn't really until I realized, what I'm going to talk about today that made a big difference for me, and so today, I get to work from home, which I love. And I like to say, I got to work from home, pre-pandemic. So not when everyone else is working from home now, but, I got to see what worked for me, and that, I get to work from home now. I get to support and mentor the 35 wine ambassadors who I've directly sponsored, as well as the over 500 other wine lovers that I get to mentor and support in our wine business. I get to be a stay-at-home mommy and travel with my son and my husband. I have some flexibility in my time and the schedule that I really, really appreciate. And now I'm building business again, mentoring and supporting emerging entrepreneurs like yourself and like I once was. So here are my biggest ahas. They're not tactics in the sense of like sales or marketing tactics necessarily, but there really are foundational principles that for me, made the biggest difference. And it's a place from which to start and grow. Now I do have a tactic at the end, so we'll talk about that then, but here's where we get to start. Okay, this is the first one, right? How to get started with your business without prior experience, certifications, or degrees so that you can go after what you want. And that is decide and declare. So we just did a whole masterclass series, a day-long conversation about the power of decide and declare. And I can tell you that this is really where it began for me, when I really realized that once I make a decision, like there is no turning back, and I declare that decision or that, that vision, that goal to others, and I'm going for it. I put myself on the hook. Decide for me is really even a stronger level of causing something or seeing something or like really proclaiming something, more so than goal setting, but we're going to talk about goal setting as well. But decide and declare is, there's like no going back. This is where you get to really take responsibility for what, you want. I got to take responsibility and ownership of what I wanted to have happen. So I love this quote. You've probably heard it before, which is, if it's to be, it's up to me. So decide and declare, it has everything to do with being 100% responsible. This is where you want to take a look at your life from the place of, whatever happens in my life, if it's to be, it's up to me. I am responsible for. I can create the opportunities and outcomes that I'm looking for. I love this, the decision coach, Nell McShane Wolfhard, also said, you don't have to wait for other people to create opportunities for you. You can create your own opportunities. Are also a success strategist, Nikki Nicole mentioned, E plus R equals O. That's being 100% responsibility for our responses. Whatever the event that's occurring, whatever the event that's happened, the situation that we're in, we have 100% control of the R, which is our response, which is going to create the outcome that we're faced with. So that is something I also live by. And I think it's an important piece of no matter any area of our life, right? This is one of my favorite quotes as well. And it goes back to that idea of decide and declare. It's that, sometimes we don't know how it's going to show up. We don't know how it's going to happen. That's not what's important, right? That what's important is that we decide it, we declare it, and we take the first step. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. One of my favorite quotes from Martin Luther King. So let's do an exercise right now. Wherever you are, you can think about this or write this down, but think about, what are you waiting on right now? What's something where you think, I'll do X once this is done, once that is clear, once something else is paid for? What's something in your life right now that you've been considering, you've been holding up, you've been wavering on because you're waiting on something else, or you think something else has to be figured out first? What is something like that? Have that in your mind, okay? And then ask yourself, what would it look like for me to do that thing now? What would it take for me to do it now? And how can I be just 10% more responsible for the results that I want in this area? You can do this exercise for multiple areas of your life. So think about that. And it's some of the work we do in my program, which is we do take a look at the 7 areas of life and ask ourselves, how can I be more responsible in this area? if I did know what to do, what would I do? What would it look like? So we can start to like loosen those areas up and actually start to take action on them. Okay, so secret number 2. Before funding or resources, you need this so that you can materialize and manifest the business and the income that you want. Here's getting real again, vision and goal setting. Okay, vision and goal setting. These are not tactics, but these are foundational principles that work. So, in order to really create the life you want, the business you want, the relationship you want, you have to start with what it looks like. You have to start with what is your vision for it. If you want it to materialize the way that you see it fitting the best for you, you have to start with what does it look like for you? What do you want? Dr. Tor Brown talked about this a lot in our conversation, where we talked about knowing really what you want. When you know what you want, you start to see it, or the actions and the steps that are necessary, start to show up for you. So vision and goal setting are a big part of creating your future. What does my future look like? And then setting the goals to start to make that future happen. I call goals our dream fulfillment formula. Our dream is our vision, so the goals are what we need. They're the steps that we take in order to get us closer to our dream and closer to our vision. So when you have a clear vision and the goals for what you want and how it will serve and support others, it starts to show up. The information that you're looking for starts to show up. Clues start to show up. And also you're more open to having conversations or taking the risks or the steps that maybe you wouldn't normally take because you're not clear, you're not sure. So when you have the vision and goals, things become a lot clearer for you and a lot easier, because you're not struggling with as much back and forth and stress and anxiety over what's next. So I do a vision exercise with the clients I work with, which is all around, again, creating the vision for the different areas of your life. Again, we take the top 7 areas of your life, which is something like your family, your relationships, your career, finances, maybe your health and fitness, your fun and recreation. So those are some of the areas that we take a look at. And so we create some time around the vision. So for the purpose of today, since we have a limited amount of time together, I do want to do the vision exercise with you, but I want you to take one area, and we're only going to spend a short amount of time on it, 1 minute. So choose an area of your life right now, because we're in the Emerging Entrepreneur program. You might want to think about an area of your career, your business, or your finances, perhaps. And then we're going to do some vision exercise around this. So we're going to do this for 1 minute. So if you want to do this right now, you can close your eyes, take a deep breath, 3 deep breaths, and 1 more. And start to imagine in your mind what it will look like if that area of your life was the way you wanted it to be. What room are you standing in? Are there people in the room with you? Are you not in a room? What is the environment you're in? Do you see a particular client that you're serving? A particular service you're providing? Do you see yourself online? Do you see income coming in? So take a few more moments just to imagine that. And we'll come back. So hopefully it's a short amount of time for this session, but we spend a lot more time on that in our program to really get a clear picture of what your vision is in several areas of life. But for this, I hope you got some images that could help you, just to give you a feel for what this exercise is like and how it can make a difference in those areas that are important to you or that you're working on right now. So I do want to share a story from a woman I worked with, Sheila Jackson, who's really incredible creative entrepreneur. She's currently creating her own whiskey brand. And so we did some work around goals and really like what's next for her. So, she had been on autopilot, just going through life, doing the normal things, being in routine, especially where her goals were concerned. So she says, participating with me, Sean, helped me revisit and reconsider everything about how I want to live my life and what I wanted to look like. It brought me back to an intentional space, all while enjoying exquisite wines. I'm a wine consultant, of course. So sometimes wine is part of my business. So, all right, secret number 3 is how to access or leverage community to start getting clients fast so you can start generating meaningful income and opportunities. Here is the real deal. It's networking. Networking works. And I was really excited to have Mary Grace Iniguez on, because she's someone who absolutely she's built her whole business on and creating a networking community so that other entrepreneurs can work together, support each other, and generate business and leads for each other. Networking, and I'm talking about where you are regularly creating a relationship with people, you are putting yourself out there, you're giving yourself that opportunity to meet new people, and not just for your own, but also in a way to build your network so you can also help others. If people need a lead or support, a resource, you'll be that person who has that. And that does help you build your relationships for business down the line. So my largest sales and profitable projects have come direct from participating in networking groups. Largest sales of my whole business. I thought I had to do it all. This is the lesson, right? Is that I thought I had to do it all on my own, but by leveraging the power and community of networking groups, I gained immediate opportunities for my business, plus my highest paying jobs. I got more exposure, more practice in talking about my business, more opportunities to share what I was looking for in my business, more opportunities to match with people who were in need of my service and my products. And this, has led to, again, some of my biggest projects and jobs, which is what you want, right? Especially as you're building. And a lot of times as emerging entrepreneurs, what is one question we have for ourselves? How am I going to get a client? How am I going to get my first client or my next client or my next largest paying client? Networking, in-person networking can make that difference for you. And here's from one of my colleagues and associates in my networking group, Jolie Sherwood. And she says, my business has doubled as a result of being a member of a networking group. And I've seen it. She went from being a full-time nanny to being a full-time nanny referral service, where she now gets to match nannies with families that are in need. So, and she loves her job. And she matched me with my nanny that we needed when my child was really young. So I want you to do this as soon as we're done with this workshop, is to look around. If you're not already participating in a networking group, take a look around your local area and see what kind of networking groups are available. I definitely love in-person networking, but also you can do live networking online. So BNI is one of the largest networking groups out there. It is worldwide with many, many, many chapters. It's the group I am also part of. Lunch Club is great. And they are one-on-one networking opportunities and meetings online. So the company matches you with one person, and then you get to meet online. You do need an invitation for that. So if that's something you're interested in, please get in touch with me so I can forward an invitation to you. Be Connected is another online networking platform that uses AI to match you with your idea client or your niche. And so you plug in who you're looking for, it kind of does its thing and shows you 6 people that you can connect with on the platform immediately, and you can take it from there. Social Register That is Mary Grace's company, and they have chapters in Las Vegas, Orange County, and Florida. Team and Entrepreneurs Organization is another organization which caters to more established entrepreneurs and business owners. But there's a lot more. Take a look in your local area or online. So here's another story from Susan, who we worked together quite a while, about a year, where, we talked about our goals. And as she says, I was instrumental in helping her achieve many of the goals she set for herself. And she's grateful, and she recommends, of course, working together. So Susan was really great. We did a lot of work around, again, like what was next for her in her career and supporting each other along that journey. So here's what we covered. We talked about the secret number 1, how to get started with your business without sacrifice so that you can go after what you want. Secret number 2, that was decide and declare. Secret number 2 was about vision and goal setting. So you need that before you need funding or resources, so you can really materialize what you see for yourself in your business, in your life. And secret number 3 is networking. How to access or leverage community to start getting clients fast. So those are the 3 secrets I have seen for myself, and they have been effective in growing my business. So let me ask you this question. Are you ready for the next chapter? For your next step? Perhaps you are, but you're not sure if you can make it happen on your own. Maybe you want more support, more community, more connection, and more guidance. So I did create something especially for the emerging entrepreneur. This is really out of conversations with people like you and me who are entrepreneurs, who are building, who are growing. So this is not going to be for you if you already have the entrepreneur thing down. You've got it together, your business is already figured out. If you're looking solely for marketing or sales tactics, that is also not going to be a match for what I'm going to offer now. And if you don't want the support of a group, this probably won't be a fit for you. But this is perfect for you if you're looking to go deeper and get more support along your entrepreneur journey. If you want to be connected to a community of like-minded entrepreneurs, dreamers, and goal-getters, this is going to be for you. And if you're ready to have more confidence, clarity, and conviction in your business, this is for you. And bonus, it goes across the board. It's for your business and your life. So if I can share this with you, I'm going to go ahead and do this now. I'd love to share this with you because I'm excited about it. I'm proud of it. I'm thrilled with being able to introduce to you the Emerging Entrepreneur Success System. This is just, I'm excited about it. So I really hope you see some love and joy and value in the whole system. But just so you know, my purpose, really who I am and what I stand for, is to inspire and empower people to live as their fully self-expressed selves and to have a life of having it all. I want that for me. I want that for you. Okay. So I'm really out to impact 10,000 lives by 2027, and that is in the area of, having a life of having it all, whatever that all looks like for you. That is what is important. So let's start with how do we get going? How do we start? Well, first, of course, we decide and declare that you're ready to have more confidence and momentum in your business, because we're going to start soon. We start on Tuesday, September 20th, because why wait? So how does this work? Well, let's take a look. We've got 7 modules that are part of the success system. Module 1 is our first steps. This is where we get clear on what to do now. This is all about the R factor, or taking 100% responsibility. We're going to go deeper into that concept and really take a look at how we can apply that to our business and to our life. This is a very rich conversation. It is a foundational conversation. It's something that empowers everything else that comes after it. Okay. So module 2 is the keys to confidence. This is where we get to uncover your life purpose and your passions so you can make the right decisions. So I shared earlier, that I am here to inspire and empower people to be fully self-expressed and have a life of having it all. That comes directly from the life purpose exercise that we get to do together during the Success System program. Okay. So you're also going to come up with your own life purpose statement and do some work around what you want, which is what we do more of in module number 3, which is create velocity with vision. So get clear on what you want, who you want to serve, and what difference you want to make. So here is where we're going to do, work around what do you want? What does it really look like to take time to look at and write down and reflect on what it is that you truly want, so that you can create from there. We're going to do the vision exercise around those various areas of your life and spend a lot more time on that so you can get clear. Okay, so that's module number 3. Module number 4 is a story voice formula. Find your voice and share your story in a way that people get you and want to work with you. As emerging entrepreneurs, as newer entrepreneurs, as growing entrepreneurs, sometimes, we get stuck in, how do I sell my services? Or I'm uncomfortable selling my services or what I do, or selling myself. So this is an opportunity to just share your story. So get clear on what your story is, share your story and what it has to do with what you offer, in a voice that is authentic to you. So we're going to do that work there. Module 5 is the essential ask and action step. So this is all about taking action on what you want to do and to make requests to help make that happen. Oftentimes we get really caught up in, doing it on our own, doing it ourselves, powering through, this is like, oh, okay, how can I make requests of my community, the people around me, people who want to support me, or any other like associates, colleagues that are aligned with what you're up to, and make requests that kind of help you move forward. Okay, so we're going to do some practice around making requests along with taking the actions. Module 6 is a powerful productivity solution. So these are going to be methods and mindset to get it all done, okay? Because we all know we are busy people. Many of us have, a full-time job along with our side hustle. Perhaps you have a family, you have a life partner, you've got things going on, okay? So how do we make it all work? How do we fit it in? So this module is going to address that. And I'm going to have a special guest come in for the productivity. And this is going to be all her jam. So that is scheduled for module 6. And then module 7 is the fast track feedback formula. So using feedback to move forward faster. So we're doing all of this work. We're laying all this foundation. We've got these big ideas and we've got our goals, right? So as we're taking actions, we're going to get feedback, okay? Like something's working or it's not working. So we're going to see the feedback that's happening in terms of our results, but we're also going to ask for feedback from others to help us course correct if we need to, or stay along the same path. So that is going to really help us. It's going to help, again, fast track, what your vision is and getting you towards your goals. Okay, and after our module 7, we're going to actually have a big celebration. It's called the Come As You'll Be Party. And this is where you get to show up as who you see yourself as 1 year from the completion of our program. So you get to show up as that best-selling author, as that newscaster, as that, whatever it is that you're creating. So you get to show up as that at our Come As You'll Be party at the completion of our program. We'll talk more about that as we go along. It's super fun. All right, so you might be wondering, okay, that's a lot of stuff. That sounds amazing. What is really included? What do I get? I'm gonna tell you. All right, so we get live group trainings. So we're gonna meet on Zoom every other week on Tuesday to have the training. So to go over the materials that are included in the module, the principles that are included in that module, right? So to more of a learning time. Okay, that'll be a 90-minute session. And then the following week, we're going to take a break to have our group accountability, application, and answer session. This is where you get to have accountability, where we get to put into practice whatever we've been learning the week prior, and you get to have your questions answered on whatever the principle is that we're focused on for that module. So we get to do that also every other week on a Tuesday for a 90-minute session. You get your members area. So this is where all the recordings will be held. If you ever have to miss a live meeting, it'll be held here, as well as any other resources. You'll get a printable workbook. So this is, worksheets, where we have some of the exercises we'll be working on. And if you want to write down, your answers, your visions, your goals, you can include that in your workbook. And I love this. You're going to get weekly affirmations based on the principles that we're working on that week. So every week you'll get in your email box an affirmation to support you on putting into practice, living and embodying that principle for the week. And of course, you're going to get your private group where we can meet with our community, get support, get connected, celebrate our wins, and just know that you have a group of people who are where you're at and get what you're going through, and also want to celebrate and support you through each and every step. Okay, so here's the question. What path do you want to take? You want to take path number one, which is maybe keep doing things on your own, trying to figure it out, on your own, and all that, just fine. That's path number one. Or do you want to take path number two, which is finally getting the support, the guidance, the accountability, getting connected to community, getting these key principles, which are going to move you forward faster, and to have you have more success with less stress. That's path number two. I hope that that's the path that you're on, because enrollment is now open for the Emerging Entrepreneur Success System. It's really easy to go and see more details about the program on the page there. You can use the bit.ly/the EE page to see more details. And just to recap, this is everything that is included, right? 7 live trainings via Zoom, 7 live answers, application, and accountability sessions, your exclusive members area, printable workbook, weekly email affirmations, your certificate of completion. I just threw that in there because I don't know, I love getting the certificate of completion. It makes me feel complete. So I love to include that for you too. And then of course, our completion celebration party. That's the one I talked about, which is our Come As You'll Be party. It is so fun. You're gonna love it. And then of course, our bonus private Facebook group. So here is everything that you're getting, right? And here's the price. So of course, we always want to know, okay, we're getting all that. What is the price? So it's lifetime access, the private group, bonus content, the live group learning, the celebration party, your completion certificate. So really, I'm starting at this introductory price. It's $497. That is the starting price. I can tell you, having done plenty of coaching programs, that's a steal, especially for live coaching, live group meetings, and all of the materials and resources that are provided. However, because I really am just rolling this out, I want to support emerging entrepreneurs, and actually those of you who are plugged into my community now. And so I've got this special Emerging Entrepreneur Show price, and that is at $297. So taking off $200, this is just going to be until September 19th, so just before the start of the program. And so definitely still go to that page, and you can press enroll there on the enrollment page, the EE page, and that will take you to the discounted enrollment page. You can sign up for the $297. So I hope that really helps anyone, if you're thinking about it and you're wondering, should I do this? It is priced at $497, but just for this week, I'm dropping it down to $297. So I really, really do hope that you'll join us in the program. So if you still have questions, of course, definitely contact me. I'm here for you. I want you to have your questions answered. Here's my number. Here's my email. Contact me and we'll figure out what's best for you. So as my thank you, I do thank you so much for hanging out with me and checking out the 3 success secrets and hopefully joining me on the success system. But in the meantime, I also have a thank you gift for you just for hanging out with me. This is access to the ULA lifestyle framework, which I'm in love with because it's all about your goals. It's all about getting clear on those areas of your life, those 7 key areas of your life where maybe you want to have more growth. Maybe you want to have, more joy and more greatness in that area. And so this platform allows you to kind of take a look at where you might have some opportunities for growth. And then it takes you through a series of steps to identify your top 7 goals in the different areas of your life. And then has you come up with the top 1 goal that you can work on. And then it provides you with some goal setting daily actions, as well as some programs to help look at the areas that you're working on, like finances, decluttering, getting connected to community, just some different things that are there. So there's a free 7-day access. You can get it right there and take advantage of that at the least, because it will give you some great insight on the different areas of your life that maybe you want to tweak, you want to give some more love and attention to. This program will set you up for that. And lastly, extra bonus, if you do sign up tonight by midnight, I'm also going to throw in a private coaching session around goal getting. So we set our goals, then we got to go get them. So let's have a goal getting session. If you sign up tonight, it'll be you and me for a session. And I like to do that right around module 3, which is around the vision and goal setting module. So we can do some deep dive around your goals and how to get them. And with that, I just want to say thank you again for joining. Thank you again for listening and for your attention and for considering going further along your entrepreneur journey with me. I'm Michonne Williams, and I hope to see you join the Success System, and I'll see you on the next event. Cheers. Bye-bye.